This is yours now. I've opened an extraction route. Your choice when to use it. Just spike. Keep your wits about you. Spent Exilizer has been retired. Exilizer, working on backups.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Exilizer spent. The void has manifested something other than a nightmare.
As usual, my boy Ark was freaking out with the people in Cascade.
Readings are off the charts. I don't know what sort of nightmares you might encounter. We're down an Exilizer, working on backups.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
Spent Exilizer has been retired. Exilizer spent. Exalizer spent. Our enemy's folly is your gain. We're down an Exalizer, working on backups.
You have collected enough reactants to open it.
Spent Exalizer has been retired. Spent Exalizer has been retired. We're down an Exalizer, working on backups. Struggle has its benefits. Exalizer spent.
To find out what's inside.
Spent Exalizer has been retired. We're down an Exalizer, working on backups. Exalizer spent. See what you make of this.
Retreat into the void so it can heal. Follow it and stop it. Yes! It won't be shrugging that off.
Spent Exalizer has been retired.
That's the way. Break it down. Body and soul.
We're down an Exalizer. Working on backups.
Reactants to open your relic.
Exalizer spent. Exalizer spent. This discovery might interest you. Spent Exalizer has been retired. Down an Exalizer. Working on backups. Exolizer spent. We're down an Exolizer. Working on backups. Enemy bounty secure. Exolizer has been retired.
That's it. You've opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Spent Exolizer has been retired. Exolizer spent. We're down an Exolizer, working on backups. Our enemy's folly is your game. We're down an Exolizer, working on backups. Exolizer spent.
Well done, Kenna. Your helic is open.
Spent Exolizer has been retired. Exolizer spent. Ah, the void has manifested something other than a nightmare. We're down an Exolizer, working on backups.
How you doing, Baron?
Open the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Spent Exolizer has been retired.
This Prisma Scanner's pretty strong. I'm playing around with it.
Spent Exolizer has been retired.
Oh, cool. All my friends stay to you as well. Look at that, 11 million. 11 million. Now, if that's a slash proc, you know, nothing's surviving that. Oh, he died already. Over here, maybe? No, everybody's killing it. We've got a site here. My friend's playing site, and the whole map's just deleted so quickly that I can't really show off this Prisma Scanner. Here we go. 2.6 million. Not bad. Usually it's a lot stronger than that, though. So in here, maybe. Yeah, look at that. That's better numbers. Yeah, 8.6. Now, when we get a slash proc, it's even better. It's quite impressive incarnate. I'm really just got here with the parkour velocity. I've been playing around with it. I've not really used the weapons I brought with me. You know, this is just kind of got an okay river in it, and this sort of weeping wounds, blood rush. I don't know if it's condition overload or prime pressure point. It's just your sort of standard hybrid influence crit damage setup, and it's you know, it's doing big numbers. It's going to wipe out everything up to level cap, I reckon. It's doing multiple millions. I'm making light attack spam it really well too. It's just it does, you know, multiple millions of a heavy attack with it. But every there were 2.4, you know, 5.1. I've seen it going up to, you know, ridiculous levels in numbers. But we can run about in light attack spam influence with it as well. It's not bad. It was just kind of here for the parkour velocity, but you know, it's putting in work. This thing, it's doing well. Find some enemies that don't have sight near it, because he's just wiping out everything with one bullet sight. I can't remember if I put condition overload or prime pressure point. I think I would add condition overload set up for the hound. Oops.
We're down an Exalizer, working on backups.
Oh.
Exalizer spent. Spent Exalizer has been retired. This discovery might interest you.
So it's pretty strong, is it? And I don't know, for not being really dedicated and not much powering up apart from priming, it's doing not bad. Really just, like I said, for parkour velocity, to make a change from taking the Prados and that. Yeah, sometimes when my family's going about, I mute it so I can speak away and people don't get confused on who I'm speaking to. What was that, 1.5 million? Sometimes I mute it for a sec and then unmute it. So you've seen some decent numbers with it. Prime this dude up here. Yeah, I quite like it over the Prados, but you know, I've been using on Vauban the Prisma Obex like we discussed last time. As soon as you get a couple of them finisher kills, you've got 40% parkour velocity. So it's pretty strong. Prisma Obex. It's just, you know, you don't want to be pulling it out and finishing everybody. 80 million, that was pretty brutal. 80 million that done. You just don't want to be relying on that to kill people that much. It's the sort of gimmick of it. But it's you know, the Obex is my my in slot now for Vauban for his parkour velocity, because it's so easy just to get it stacked up. You just group them up with Vaubans for it, get a few finisher kills, and then boom, you've got 40% parkour velocity sorted. But this is definitely good. This is definitely a good alternate to the Prados. It might not give you as much parkour velocity, but it's a very, very strong weapon, and it gives you some parkour velocity. Now look at that, 11 million, that's basically enough to kill level cap. I think 14 million's the health that level cap have.
Exalizer spent.
Where the hell's these traces? The fuck? I have a Riven, yeah, but I really don't think this thing needs it. It's that good. I don't think it does. I think I have a critical damage Riven, but I'm sure that you would still get impressive numbers even without the Riven. I might actually even have a spare Riven for this. If I do have a spare Riven, I'll send it your way. Fucking traces. Oh no. You motherfuckers. I bet you I get another gold here. And it just seems to go straight back into its incarnate form straight away, you know, because I think I'm at 6x combo all the time, which is a really good trait to have on these incarnates, obviously, because you're just straight back in galvanized reflex and then you're back in. Especially on the slam builds, if you like that, I think you need to either have a corrupt charge, galvanized reflex, or a Riven that's going to, you know, roll the combo count. We've got some primed up people here. 16 million, so that's going to kill level cap. Oh, 22 million. Oh, nice. You know what's a good one? The 55 million slash. Jesus. You know what's a good one? The Mire. That's a good one. The Mire is really good on Nezha with the slamming. You know, it does that toxin, force toxin procs. So if you just lift somebody up in Nezha's 4 and then slam, it's really good. Or, you know, Jade Stars on Nezha, that's pretty powerful too, because he's already lifting up enemies, and then the minute the Jade Stars procs in them, it spreads to everybody, and it's really crazy damage. Yeah, the Coda Mire, look into that, I'll show you after this maybe. The Coda Mire is a weapon that forces slam when you slam with it, so it forces toxin when you slam. And also, it's the Coda weapon, so, you know, if you slam with Nezha and you lift everybody up, and then you do that toxin slam, the dot damage with afflictions is absolutely insane. No, millions and millions and millions of dot damage with the Coda Mire. So you can just go cast your 4 on enemies with Nezha and jump up, slam with the Coda Mire, and everything will die. It's nice. But yeah, Jade Stars is another one to try on Nezha if you haven't tried it yet. I was playing around with it, and it's really like, I don't know if you've seen that Dante subsume being put on Nezha. And if you put that Dante subsume on Nezha, you can, you know, slash proc everybody that's lifted with his 4, and the whole room just explodes. That's pretty strong. That's it, something like that, yeah. Yeah, that's another good option in Nezha.
Working on backups. We're down an Exolizer. Working on backups.
What the hell is going on with these spawns? Where the fuck is all the traces? Over here, what the fuck is going on? Go over here. I am not in the ball today with this.
Spent Exilizer has been retired.
That's okay. You do what you need to do. Yeah, Levectus. Give me a... What was it? With Evectus, the evolutions, I don't... What was it I had in my Evectus? I may have a look again after and remind myself. Can't really remember what I had in the Evectus. What did I have in the Vectus again? The way I ran the Vectus was, you know, I was just I wasn't really using it on much other frames because it felt a bit lackluster. I suppose it would do well in Harrow, but I was using it on Volbin with a one augment, so I could just blow the whole room up with it. But it didn't feel that good to me, so I wasn't really trying to use the Vectus, to be honest. I wasn't really trying. The Sun Augment and Wisp, I haven't really used that before either. I bet you that the Sun Augment and Wisp would work really well with Jade Stars now, though, with seeing what's going on with Jade Stars. I just don't know what you would want to subsume off, though. You'd probably have to subsume off her 2 if you wanted to use the Sun Augment and Jade Stars. I bet you that'd be a good combo. I don't know if Wisp's 4th augment would scale up to level cap though if you were going to take it to there. I'm sure it would do completely fine in Steel Path though. Never took it to level cap or 4 augment. And with Evectus, I think I went all into just your standard crit chance, crit damage. I think I left it. Did I go Blast? I think I went Blast because it's got that innate cold that kind of fucks up you being able to mod it for like things like corrosive heat. So I think I went, you know, the evolutions, whatever evolutions were leaning most towards critical chance and critical damage, modding it for as much of that as possible, and then Blast. And probably as much multi-shot as possible. Then I just used Vauban's 1 augment on Tesla Bank, shot whoever was marked because Vauban can lift the enemies up very easily, and then blow the whole room up because, you know, that 1 augment, as soon as you kill the person that's marked, the whole room can explode. So then it was kind of turning the Vectus into AoE because without that setup, the damage was really lackluster in my opinion. It didn't feel that strong. It didn't feel worthy of an Incarnate anyway. It felt like Sporotix that would completely cuck it. This is just a mess of a cascade. This traces are all over the place. Now, Vara is a frame that I probably need to start learning. Oh, did you hear that Banshee's getting reworked? And Chroma, my friend I'm playing with here, Aqua, he was telling me that Banshee and Chroma are going to get a rework, which I'm super excited for Chroma, because I've been saying for a long time that Chroma needs a rework. It's got one good ability, that's it. Vex Armor. And without Chroma's Vex Armor, what can he do? He's shit. You know, me and Aqua took Chroma to level cap health tanking, and That was before persistence got fixed, and people were still dying from slash procs. So, you know, if they can give Chroma some sort of status immunity, rework his dragon to be strong, I think he'll be in an excellent position and he'll be very fun to play. Because his Vex armor can make glaives hit for astronomical amounts of damage. His Vex armor and a glaive is doing... I wouldn't be surprised if it could damage cap, because it just does so much damage. It's a multiplicative buff to it, I think. So Chroma and, you know, if you took Chroma, gave him some status immunity, gave him a glaive with life strike in it, and just jumped into cascade, you could survive all the way up to level cap as long as you had status immunity. And the glaive and the Vex armor augment would definitely carry you all the way to level cap. That would give you enough healing. Yeah, Chroma's cool. I used to play him quite a lot. I think he's very cool. He just needs a bit more stuff. He just needs a bit more buffs done to him, because without Vex armor, really, what can Chroma do? And Vex armor is so good it can basically carry him, because it's that good of an ability. And you know, the Vex armor augment can carry him to the level cap, whether you health tank or shield gate. I definitely think that once they rework him, he'll be in a better position by far. Banshee as well, you know, if Banshee's sonars can just do headshots, that would be half the battle of making her good. You know, if Banshee's sonars are classed as a headshot, it can charge Incarnines, it can proc Deadhead, and then I'll be happy. Because Banshee is ridiculously strong. You know, I haven't played her that much. I think I once took her to level cap. I can't remember. I certainly didn't stream it because I don't know her that well. But once she's reworked, I'll probably play quite a lot of Banshee. The damage that Sight does is just insane. You know, Aqua's killing the whole map here. You know, they complain and they nerfed other guns like the Zard and that, yet Sight just blows the whole room up. I didn't even watch it, to be honest. I was out with my family having food when that was going on. That's how I missed the Halvu. You know, as I was getting ready to go out, I seen the stream ended, or I would have just left my phone watching the Twitch stream, and then I would have got it. I would have left, you know, the phone watching it for half an hour. So I was really gutted about the Halvu. I can't wait for a chance to get it and test it out. I really hope we get our Sentient Liches Baron, then I'll be chuffed. If we get a Sentient Lich version of the Bat-Core and the Occu-Core, you know, with innate heat, then they've already got magnetic built in, and then the Bat-Core gets a bigger AoE on its ult fire, that'll become my main weapon. It'll replace my Stalta for sure, because that thing will be insane levels of damage if we get a Lich version of the Bat-Core. You know, if it procs Tau status effects, then we can get heat on it, and it already comes with magnetic. That means you only need to mod corrosive in it, give it some crit chance, crit damage, serration, aptitude. That thing's going to be hitting hundreds of millions, easily hundreds of millions. And then if you've got a primer like a Hound, and it's got aptitude and serration in it, and the Tau status effect, the primary fire is going to be doing astronomical damage as well, because the Bat-Core is already a top tier weapon. If we get a Lich version of it, it's going to be absolutely insane. I swear, Wisps 3, it does insane damage as well. You know, when you get that procs going off, it is just crazy. You know, when you put the headshot on them and then you headshot somebody like that, you just see hundreds of millions going around the room.
We're down
Whoa, at 67. We're not level. Are we level 1,000 yet? I don't know. What's going on here? Did he revive? Oof. 2 Steinox, perfect. No, but I'm saying if we get a lich, a sentient lich version in the bat core, you know, yeah, you know how we get like the Kuva Euchre. Well, if we get like a sentient lich version of the battle core, that thing is going to be probably my favourite weapon, because then we'll get our innate progenitor element in it, which I would go heat because it already comes with magnetic. Then you got a heat magnetic base. You could even just build around that, or you could just mod corrosive on it. Then you got heat magnetic, IPS. I think it's got on it. Heat magnetic corrosive. No, heat magnetic. It's IPS damage. Then it's going to proc Tau status effect. Then it's already got an alt fire, so you can make the alt fire a little bit bigger. That would be insane. Yeah, that's no worries. So, you know, if we can get a sentient lich version of the Occucore as well, that's already insane, is it? Everybody loves the Occucore, but you know, if we can get a sentient lich version of the Occucore with the Tau update, it's going to have base magnetic, it's already got its augment, we can get a progenitor element of heat, then we just need to mod corrosive, bit of crit damage, it'll probably have buffed crit chance, crit damage in it already. That'll be insane. The Occucore is already good enough. I can't imagine how good a lich version of it would be.
Exolizer has been retired.
You have collected enough reactors to open your relic.
I can't think of what other... Oh, there's the Halfu as well. I know, sorry, there's the Shadu. That could be interesting if they give that a lich sentient version. I quite like the Shadu. It's quite powerful, to be honest. What's the other arm gun? It's the Bubonico, is it? That's the Bubonico and the Shadu. That's the 2 arm cannons. Yeah, if the Shadu gets a lich sentient version, I'd be chuffed with that, to be honest. I'm trying to think of what elements. The Shadu comes naturally with what, electric? So if you was to mod it with toxin, you'd get base corrosive. But then again, you'd still need to, if you wanted corrosive heat in it, which you probably would want, you would end up having to mod it anyway. Electric, toxin, and then a heat mod. So you'd probably be best to just put your base progenitor as magnetic, since it comes with electric already. Then you could just have to mod your other mods on. Yeah, the Shadu would be good. If they give it a better reload speed, I'd be happy with that. I think of what other already sentient weapons we've got. We've got the Venato, but I doubt they would give us a Venato sentient lich version, because it's technically a prime weapon, is it? Is there any other sentient weapons? We'll look through the list in a minute, maybe. Yeah, it's they wouldn't do that because it's a primes. It's Caliban's signature, but it's the only other sentient weapon I can think of. Oh, the War. Maybe they would give us the War as a sentient lich version, because that's technically Basmu. Yeah, well said, Basmu. That would be excellent. You know, I love the Basmu already. If they made the Basmu a sentient version, again, we could just, you know, give it its base progenitor of like magnetic or heat, and it would already buff it so much with that. Then proccing the Tau status effect. You know, if they made the alt fire have good crit chance, the Basmu would be a powerhouse. Yeah, good shout, Bar, and the Basmu would be an absolute powerhouse if we get a lich version of it. I can't see why we won't. I think it'll be Batacore, Occucore, Basmu be the first wave. And if they make it 5 weapons, maybe they'll add in the Shadu. And I don't know what they would do for a 4th, because I can't think of what else. Maybe the War, because it technically is a sentient. Came from Hun, how did it? maybe not. It's a prime. But I'm excited for that. They have to go Ascension Liches. They just have to.
Cascade intensified.
I know it sounds crazy, but I think it'd be cool if Warframe implemented the grenades. You know, if we could get grenades and we could mod the grenades on what we want the grenade to do. That'd be really cool if, you know, you could have a grenade that, I know we've already got enough buttons to press, but you know, if you could get in Warframe a grenade that you could throw out a bit like Borderlands. In Borderlands you get grenades that you throw out and it kind of bounces around the map and sprays bullets. I don't know if you've played Borderlands much, Baron, but or you can get grenades that just do big AoE damage. I think if we could get grenades in this game and we could mod them for what we wanted, that would be really cool. But you take your time replying and stuff because I know you're doing your Archimedia, so don't be dying to try and reply to me because then you'll lose out all your rewards. I really should have took a mod booster to this. I've already got, what booster have I got? I've got Resource Drop Chance booster. I don't have an actual booster. I might do a Gauss level cap next. It's been a while since I played Gauss. And he's my most played still. So I think Gauss is on the cards next. It's such an easy frame to take the level cap.
Working on backups. The void has manifested something other than a nightmare.
Yeah, lots of Steinax, so I'm going to have a few sets to sell. That's good. Do you have Steinax, Baron? If you don't, I've got some parts I can give you. Oh.
Working on backups. Exolyzer spinning. Spent Exolyzer has been retired.
What is that, the TDA you're doing? Tank's always a nightmare, is it? Doing that tank boss battle, I hate it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do to rework this TDA and EDA then to stop the Hildren spam. It's not fair to just nerf it, I suppose.
Working on backups. See what you make of it.
See what they do. Yeah, I hate that fucking one. That one's horrible. I took the Slam Lavos build that I made to it. So, you know, I was status immune. And then I was out healing any damage from that through just the the influence dots proccing on the Sanct P Magistar, so it's just constant healing. Just jump slam, and you're healed faster than they can damage you. That's like my go-to now to go in there.
Exolizer spent. Spent Exolizer has been retired.
My Acarius are not doing well in here right now, probably because I took them with Fortifier and they're not really built around Fortifier. We're more built for Merciless to get the damage. But, you know, they're still doing not bad.
Exolizer spent.
118k. Just not enough ammo. At this level anyway, look at that. Taking a lot of bullets to kill them. Bestial Pass, this thing just wipes out everything. It's like my go-to secondary for AoE killing. And big groups of people in normal Steel Path doesn't have an issue. It's really strong actually. And groups like that, it would just chew through usually. Doing not bad here I suppose, but nowhere near as good as it is in the base. The armor levels are just too high for it right now.
We're down an Exolizer. Working on backups. Struggle has its benefits.
I'll be right back.
Exolizer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse. Now the Exolizer's purged. Any casualties you inflict within its field will bring the contamination level down. Spent Exolizer has been retired. We're down an Exolizer. Working on backups.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Contamination spreading.
Say,
Cascade receding.
Levels, levels, levels. I think that's 3 level caps I've done today. I'm getting tired.
Exolizer spent. Exolizer spent.
Sorry I keep muting this family. My daughter going about talking to me and asking me questions. It gets a bit confusing in case somebody asks questions in game when I talking to them. Fuck, where's my fucking traces? What am I doing? What is wrong with me today? I think I'm getting too tired for this. Better jump through here quick, quick, quick.
We're down an Exolizer. Working on backups. Our enemy's folly is your game.
Fucking again, I missed out. What is wrong with me today? Keep missing out. Just not all with it today. It's been a long day to be fair, and I'm very tired. Sometimes these traces are just the worst, most annoying places as well. Or I'm too far head up my arse looking in the wrong places for them. Good stuff. That tank was a nightmare. When I finish this cascade, I'll show you that Coda Mire I was talking about. And I'll show you the Jade Stars on Nezha and a few other people that I put the Jade Stars on. $74 million in radiation proc is ridiculous.
We're down an Exolizer. Working on backups. Exolizer spent.
$102 million heavy attack with the fucking scanner. That is off the wall levels of damage. That's like Calervo levels of damage. I need to take this out with Calervo and test it. Well, one heavy attack killed that Thrax that's level 4000, so definitely not bad.
Exolizer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse. Spent Exolizer has been retired.
Oh, so now there's fucking...
Will degrade the Exolizer's performance.
Now there's traces over here. Of course not when I was there.
Spent Exolizer has been
Again, missing out. This has been a bad run, this one. This has been the worst for rewards I've had in a long time with the everybody lacking on getting reactant, people fucking... I thought it's just like an extra thing, like in Borderlands you press L1, you throw a grenade. I thought it'd be cool if we could get some sort of grenades in this and we could mod them, you know, like put crit chance in the grenade or whatever. I don't know how we could do it, maybe, you know, we hold... The problem is we've got so many button presses already. So maybe if you held down R2 you could throw a grenade, or you know you could switch to it like with how we switch between a normal weapon, a secondary, and you know a secondary and a melee. I thought, well, why don't we implement grenades as well? That could be quite interesting. You could have grenades that are there to, you know, maybe give health steal or something like that. Yeah, the problem is buttons, is it? That's the problem, I suppose. Yeah, a new weapon type would be cool. I don't know what we could do though. What else could we really do? Oh, nice. They're always handy. Always handy. Just a nightmare to craft them omniformers. If you get a pre-built one, it's very, very good though. Who's the next prime? Is it Citrine? If I was you, I would hold off and save that for Citrine Prime. Is it Citrine Prime that's next?
Electrolyzer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse. We're down an electrolyzer. Working on backups. Now the electrolyzer's purged. Any casualties you inflict within its field will bring the contamination level down.
I think Citrine's the next prime. I'm not sure though. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, omniformers are a godsend. I just wish they were easier to craft. You know, if there were only two format craft, that would be more fair, I think. Because they're like three format, that's like 60 plat to create that three format, and then, you know, if you build it outright, it's like, you know, if you pay for it outright, it's like what, 80, 90 plat. But then, you can buy a pack of three pre-crafted omniformers for 150. I think that's the best deal for them right now. I sometimes buy a pack if I make a lot of platinum, I'll buy a pack of three omniformers, and I usually find myself personally using them on the stance slot on our Warframe. What's it called again? Aura slot. That's what I usually use it on, the Aura slot on our Warframes. You know, so you can change between brief respite, growing power, things like that. And then if you need to switch around the build, you can, you know, just swap with like a V polarity that's already on your Warframes, and then you can move that into the Aura slot afterwards. I found that frees up the build quite a lot.
We're down an electrolyzer. Working on backups.
See, now everybody's in this room. Look at us. We've got lots of reactant this time because everybody's in the right position and everybody's concentrated in the right position.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Exolizer spent.
Yeah, you're right there. But, you know, now that we're expanding into fucking detective frames and we're getting like wolf frames, surely we're that far away from being ninjas that we can have grenades or something now. Or even give us like, instead, like you're saying, a new weapon type. Instead of having a pistol on you, we've got the pox and that I suppose are kind of like grenades. Give us just like an actual grenade secondary weapon. That'd be cool. You know, if they gave us some sort of like stick grenade weapon or something like that. The hell's that I just picked up? What the hell is that I just picked up? What am I what am I holding? What am I holding?
Exolizer. Working on backups. Enemy bounty secured.
What the fuck is that thing? What the hell's that little ball thing I'm picking up? Have you ever seen that before, Baron?
Exolizer spent.
Oh, it's disappeared, whatever it was, now I can't see it. Unfortunate, I wanted to find out what the hell that thing was. We've made it to level cap. Virtually. Definitely lost out on about fucking 10 rewards though this time. Not the best run I've had. Definitely not.
Exolizer spent. Spent Exolizer has been retired. Contamination levels going in the wrong direction.
I haven't played with the bursting in a long time. Actually quite missed it. Bursting Carnan's a beast. Don't think we get any other bursting. You get the normal bursting, you get the bursting prime. There's no other versions of the bursting, is there? There's only the Bratton that's got like several versions, is there? Oh yeah, the normal Steinax or the prime Steinax, because if you need the prime, I've got some parts I can give you here. No problem, I can give you them. Steinax setup I have as well isn't using the Intrepid stand. I really like the shield tank setup. But you know, if you're actually going to play Steinax in normal steel paths, you'd be as well using Intrepid stand. But when I take him into level cap, the intrepid stand breaks before I can really stay alive. You know the levels of yeah, of course I'll give you them parts. The levels of Overguard just are destroyed so quickly in level cap that it's pointless to take Stynox with intrepid stand to level cap when you can just shield tank. You know, if you give him a small shield and then you cast his 3, every kill you get gives you a full shield gate. So you'd be as well just running with shield tank and setup in level cap because it's a lot sturdier and better than the intrepid stand that just lets him die all the time. Because by the time you gain 20,000 overguard in level cap, before you even hit the ground with Stynox, the overguard is broken. So then you need to cast the 4 again, and you're constantly stuck in this loop of casting Stynox's 4 just to get a bit of overguard, and then it's broken before you even hit the ground. So that's why I like to use the shield tank and setup for high level content with Stynox, but it's definitely not needed if you're just going to play Stynox and Steel Path. Uh-oh.
We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups.
That was not bad, Ron. So if you're free now, I will... yeah, I definitely like to use Kalervo's second augment. That's a nice way to shield gate, to overguard gate with him. Yeah, that's the way I done it. I done it with an extra layer of persistence underneath. I like to use the persistence, so if it does break, and you know you've got no energy for a few seconds, you can at least tank a few hits with persistence. That was pretty good. That was a good way to run it. But I'll go to my dojo and invite you there, and give you these Stynox parts, right? I'll see if I've got any Aphentis and Acid Ice spare parts too. I'll give you them too. Then I'll jump in this simulacrum and I'll show you this Coda Meyer. It's pretty good. Righty. Looking forward. You are. What's your name again? Did I add you? What's your name in game again? Whisper me if you can. Here's my name here, and I'll invite you over. Is it Night Train 479? It's not that, is it? Yeah, it's not you, is it? No. That's it. There we go. How active is your clan, Baron? Has it got a lot of people in it? Right, okay. Yeah, my clan's pretty much dead as well. There's never people online willing to really play and stuff like that. It's quite annoying, to be honest. I wish there was more people willing to be active in my clan, you know, more people willing to do level caps and things like that. Nice. Yeah, this was the way I played Stynox in level cap. It was like this. You know, just tanking shields like this. So, you know, he's got this ability here as third, which gives you shield 100 on kill. And we've got 205 shields to full shield gate. So, you know, between brief respite, fast deflection, and you're constantly killing, you know, your shield basically keeps you immortal. And then we've got insane energy here. Absolutely insane energy. Then we can group with this. And then look, we get 200% crit damage here. And then we've got even more crit chance there. Which is extremely fun and extremely good to use. I had a great time using this. I take that, for example, and maybe that, I could use that too. I take this off, put Enervate here. You know, this is going to be deadly with that. And then, you know, any sort of these you'll really want to use, I suppose. But yeah, that's a very fun Stynox way. Just absolutely fuck his fourth augment. Just tank through everything with this, and this, and this. And I had a completely deathless level cap run with that. It was a lot easier to survive level cap like this than it was with the fourth augment, because every kill you full shield gate and you're killing constantly, so it was very, very easy to do. If I take this and what will I do if I take this and I go to Simulacrum? Yeah, you go craft that, yeah, you may as well start crafting it now, because it takes long enough, does it? I'll show you this code Amire as well. The Jade Star Nezha is quite funny too, to be honest. I was trying to make it work with Nidus' Larva Burst, but I wasn't getting the best results with it. The Toxin Dots were crazy, they were into the millions, the Toxin Dots with Nidus, but the Larva Burst just wasn't working that well. So, where are these dudes here? Oh, the level. Oh, I can put my level up again. I can go 195, nice. So this, in conjunction with this, look how much we can just spam abilities. Look at our energy regen. So if we do that, then buff them, you know, wipe them out with that, group them all up. Decent grouping tool. And just wipe them all out like that. I'll get the guys with the overguard and show really how it's meant to work. Something along the lines of this. Get these dudes in here. And they're going to break my shield. Broke the shield. As soon as I kill a couple, look at that. Full shield's back again. Rally point, infinite energy. So we've got insane crit damage. We've got double. We'll let them break our shields again. And we do this, group a few of them up, and look, we've got full shields back again. So it was very easy to survive at level cap with that. It would be easier if you had an AoE weapon probably, because you could just do something like this. Break it all. And boom. So I definitely enjoyed playing it that way. And then I just all went into, you know, we were getting insane critical damage here, so we're getting insane crit chance with that. We're armor stripping with this, we're grouping with that. So what did I go shard wise? I went casting, parkour. They're very, very average sort of stats here too, nothing too crazy. And that was a nice easy way to go a level cap with Stynox. Where's this? The Mire. Oh, this was the Prisma Scana setup. So what did I have? Critical damage and critical chance. So not that needed. You know, look at that. My critical damage was only 4.4. Down here, it's only 4.4. That's not a lot of crit damage for the amount of numbers. Well, if we were to replace this ribbon here, you know, if we were to take that out and we were to just go like this, well, look at this. I'm sure this will still do really good. You know, we're losing a bit of crit chance, we're losing a bit of that. I would remove that and I would put this in. I think this would be the way I'd do this, personally. I think this will get good enough results. We'll try it here, we'll see how we get on. This gives us parkour velocity as well, because look at that. Truth gain 25% parkour velocity for 30 seconds. We're killing so many people so quickly that you're constantly basically got that parkour velocity up. So this would be the riverless way. This is how I would do it. And if you don't have prime fury, I would just put normal in. If you don't want to use condition overload, then just go prime pressure point. But I think this is going to do good enough without that ribbon. So, you know, if I spawn these dudes in here, pause them, we'll see how we get on with it. We'll take Wisp for the attack speed. We'll see how we get on with this. I'm sure we'll do just fine. With no ribbon, I'm sure it'll still be extremely strong. Yeah, so, you know, look at that. 5.5 million, 12 million, 8.3 million, 11 million. That's not that much investment. 9.2 million, 12 million slash 10 million. And the evolutions were, what was this? This was increased base critical chance, a bit of range, increased base damage, and 9 combo count on undamaged enemies. Oh, so that's how I was getting a lot of combo. Oh, I might have a ribbon, yeah. I might actually have a spare ribbon. Let me check. No, I thought I did. I thought I had a spare scanner ribbon. What's a scanner ribbon worth now? 50 plat maybe? I don't know. If I get another scanner ribbon, I thought I had one, I'll give it to you. Fucking hell, 184 rolls, that's a lot of rolls in there. But you know, even with this setup, you've seen the ridiculous amounts of damage it was doing. That's because we had condition overload. But you know, if we swap that out for just pressure point, I'm sure it'll still be pretty strong. You know, it's still going to do ridiculous levels of damage. Maybe not as strong though. 5 million, 12 million, 4 million. Can't complain. I'm adding some AoE. You know, look at that. Just an absolute behemoth of an incarnate. 46 million. Nothing. 6.4. Nothing surviving 46 million damage. Just ridiculous levels of damage. But you're still going to be better with condition overload. So this is a completely slept on incarnate. It's absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. We could swap this out and put more crit damage if we wanted to.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Get this combo up. Oh, everybody's dead. Got attack speed up. Try that again. Just a brutal weapon. Now, the Coda Mire. Where is it? Here it is, Coda Mire. So the way I was talking about this was, how did I have this set up? Afflictions here. Electric gas. Did I need that? If I was going to do it with... If I was going to do it with Nezha, that's more of an AoE setup. If I was going to do this purely with Nezha, I would do it like this. Twice use prime pressure point. What else did I like? What else did I use? I think I used... Did I go Blood Rush? I want to say I went Blood Rush to get that up. Toxic Magnetic. And I think I went that because we've already got a ridiculous base status chance of 40%, and we're forcing Toxin and Slam. So if I'd done this with Nezha, I think this is the way I had it set up. Was like this. So this was the level cap Nezha build I was using. That's how I had it set up. Divine Retribution. What have I got here? Jade Stars. Oh, we can show the Jade Stars as well. This is quite funny on Nezha. Obviously, our Jade Stars will proc Arcane Hotshot, but even if we didn't have Jade Stars, our Hound would do it for us anyway, from the heat damage and the Hound's abilities. So this can be quite funny. So just this Coda Mire here, forcing Toxin and it slams, and then Nezha's going to spread all the Toxin dots around. Jade Stars, it's a weird one. It puts heat procs on enemies, so certain abilities from Warframes and guns will proc it. So if we watch this, if I cast Jade Stars, these little stars around me, watch this. When I shoot this guy, a Jade Star will go over and burn him. See it? A little green heat dot. See the green dots? The green heat proc of 600. That's the Jade Stars procking. But then when we do something like this, we'll Jade Stars them as well. Look at that. So we've got the afflictions. That white damage numbers is the Mire doing insane damage, but if we pick them up with a 4, look at all the Jade Star procs in them. See it? Then we hit them with a 2. Jade Stars is spreading everybody, and then it's heat dot in the whole room basically. Then if I slam them, crazy damage. So just the Mire on its own is enough to kill everything, because the forced afflictions procs are so strong on the Mire. Look at this. It's just ludicrous levels of damage. They're dying before the dot's even really proccing right now. 1.5 million. Oh yeah. So you could probably use Jade Stars. I don't know if it really could you? I don't know. But I know what you mean. It's the same sort of setup as Pyrotechnics. There's probably no reason to change it, to be honest. They probably just do the exact same thing. Then we Jade Stars this dudes, and then the heat will go on all of them, I think. In CD, yeah, look at that heat dots going up. Then that just is going to spread to everyone. But even the scanner here would be really strong if we used it here like this. And you get some combo up first, probably. Yeah, it's cool, is it? That synergy with Nezha. Right, now we've got some combo. Rocking something like this now. A heavy attack. This slash and that's probably going to kill everybody. Got no vital. It's not doing as good as I thought it would. But something like this is really funny. You know, this is going to force toxin on heavy attacks, and we've also got electric gas. So this on Nezha is really fun. Riven is just electric critical chance. Minus status, we don't care about that because our status chance is so high that I don't think we need to really care about that. Our status chance is 40% chance of always proccing electric. You know, and even if it doesn't proc it with Nezha's 4 and the toxin, it's just going to kill everything. That force toxin just went on everybody and killed them all. And the divine retribution spread it around, I think. Just insane. And they're just continually dying from the hound now, I think. Or the toxin dots spreading through the divine retribution. Now, if we add in Jade Stars, I wonder how it'll work. But proc Jade Stars were not very much. But we're seeing dots in the millions there. Now, the Spinner X, I've showed this one before. Now, this does like toxin AoE kills. You know, unique trait. On death, enemies have 10% chance to burst for each stack of toxin status effects applied to them, spreading toxin damage. So if you mix that in with Nezha's 4, which is already spreading toxin, heat, / status effects, this is also doing slash on heavy attacks. If we see here, look at that. So we're doing slash and toxin spreading around everybody. This used to crash the PS4 when I would try and do it. Quite funny. Now, I wonder if Jade Stars can do something funny with this on toxin deaths, explosions. Yeah, I wonder if there'll be some sort of crazy Spinner X death with fire here now. 13 heat procs. Ooh, 6.6 million there, 2.3 million. Maybe we'll find something funny here. So we do the 4. Then we have attack. Just ludicrous. Stupid. Yeah, just millions of damage with the Spinner X. Really, really cool. Really cool synergy with Nezha. Just mental. But I don't think there's any interaction there with Jade Stars, though. I don't think it's doing anything there. Look at all that heat dots in them there. I was hoping that when they exploded on death, the heat procs would move with them. That would have been interesting. So who else did I put Jade Stars on? I put Jade Stars on Nidus, but it really wasn't worth even showing. I put Jade Stars on Vauban. I put Jade Stars on... who else did I put on? I put Jade Stars on Daggeth, but it didn't really work. Jade Stars on Gyre is insane. Absolutely fucking crazy. Because she's already electric dot in the whole room with that and that and that. It would work on Protea. I've read about that. It works good on Protea, but I've not tried it yet. But it's really good here. It's really, really good here. And let me show you this. So look at all these heat dots already. Really crazy. And it's just a constant loop of this, basically. Just into the millions and millions of damage, which is really cool. It's like an electrical burn, essentially. Really cool. But if we need to outsource Vital, I think we'll need to take the Vital version of this here to help us with Vital. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. On Gyre, I think that's probably, in my opinion, the best synergy of them all. I think it's the coolest version of Jade Stars there is to do on with Gyre. If the Hound gets Vital in them for us, it's going to be even better. But yeah, it's very strong, so there's just heat dots and electric dots all over the shop. Really strong. Look at that. Just crazy. So much heat dots in the whole room, really. 27, 34. Yeah, they just all die. Just running around standing next to them, does it really? Who else did I put J stars on? I put on somebody else. We work on Grand Otis 4, I'm pretty sure. I think we'd probably work with Chromas 4 as well. Works on Corvex, but it's just lackluster in my opinion. It didn't feel that good. Who did it? Where did I put? Did I put it on him? No, I put Tesla Nervos on him. Yeah, I put Tesla Nervos on to try and create more AoE with it. Something along the lines of this was my idea with this. Throw down that. Throw down that. Health tank with that if I had to. And, you know, just... get the Tesla Nervos dude and it should blow them all up. In theory. That was my theory with this. Blow the Tesla Nervos down. And then kill the Tesla Nervos dude and blow everybody up. Quite funny because you can just tank through everything like this, to be honest. Put 2 of these down, and then the minute they start shooting you, just stand there and blow everybody up. But you know, you really lack damage unless there's lots of people grouped up. But I'm gonna have to head off. It's good seeing you, Baron, and good luck with your Stynox. Cheers. Bye bye.